What's up, guys? S2H here, back in action once again. And today, let's do a deep dive on Josh Anderson. Let's look at his junior career, what he's done in the NHL, what he's projected to be, what kind of player he is. Because a lot of Habs fans aren't Columbus fans and don't know a lot of things about this player. Now, I, for one, am not afraid to admit I was wrong. And I kind of overblew my reaction when it came to the Max Domi trade. When you actually look at the numbers and what Anderson projects to be, his size, his physical force, what he did in junior, what he can bring to this team, it really isn't that bad of a trade. Now, is he worth the money he's getting paid, the contract that he got? If he's healthy, these numbers indicate he may just be worth it overall. So let's look at Josh Anderson from his junior career to now. Let's do a deep dive on Josh Anderson. And I have to say, I think I may have been wrong when I freaked out and said Josh Anderson is not worth anywhere near Max Domi, because when you actually look at their NHL numbers over the past 3 seasons, Anderson is a better goal scorer, a better physical force, has more size, and he plays the wing. Domi's going to be primarily a center in Columbus, and in Montreal, I don't know where he fits. So when you actually look at it, it isn't that bad of a trade. So I have to admit I was wrong there. I know I got a lot of dislikes on that video, a lot of hate on the video, but I'm not scared to admit I was wrong. So let's get into Josh Anderson. After a very solid junior career where Anderson put up 62 goals and 122 points in 191 games played for the London Knights, coincidentally the same team that Max Domi played on and was a leader on, Anderson was selected 95th overall by the Columbus Blue Jackets in the 4th round in 2012. He is not a player who jumped right into the league and made an immediate impact. He was a young winger who had lots of upside, but unlike Max Domi, wasn't a player who people thought was a sure bet to play in the NHL and be a star. But after another brief stint for the London Knights and a solid performance at the World Juniors, and a lot of hard work, Anderson finally found himself getting a few games in Columbus in 2014. Anderson was okay in the 6 games he played for the Columbus Blue Jackets, plotting 1 assist and showing brief glimpses of the physical force he can be at the NHL level. But it was definitely clear that he needed more time to develop. So he was sent back to the Springfield Falcons of the AHL, where in 52 games he scored 7 goals and 10 apples and was a dominating, nasty physical presence and ready to fight anyone at any time at the drop of a hat. Now, he was kind of lackluster offensively that year, but as far as physically goes, plus minus, he was a pretty good player that year. Then we go into the next season, into 15-16. Once again, he bounced back and forth between the AHL and the Columbus Blue Jackets, playing primarily in the AHL, plotting much more impressive 18 goals and 39 points for the Lake Erie Monsters, and 4 points in the 12 games he played in the NHL. 1 goal and 3 assists, I believe is what it was. He played for the Columbus Blue Jackets only 12 games that year. After the massive jump in point production he had that year, along with his already well-developed physical and checking game, it was clear Anderson was ready for the big show, ready for the next level, and in 16-17, he made his presence known, putting up a very solid sophomore season with 17 goals and 29 points, along with a plus 12 rating and an amazing 147 hits in his sophomore season. That's crazy. 40 blocks, and he did all that playing only 12 minutes a game, where he was primarily on the third line. In 17-18, it once again showed a lot of growth in his game, where in 63 games, Anderson put up 19 goals and 30 points, along with 109 hits. Needless to say, he was an absolute physical force that year as well, and in 18-19, he put the league on notice, truly showing what kind of player he is. And not only is he offensively gifted, he is one of the scariest guys to play against in the NHL. Now a truly developed man, Anderson took a massive jump in his production in 18-19. He had 27 goals, 47 points with a plus 25 rating, but that's not what blows me away the most. He had an insane 214 hits. That's crazy, and he played under 20 minutes a game. He never played 20 minutes of a game in his career yet, and he had 214 hits that season. So, despite the fact that he had a bad shoulder injury and missed the majority of this season for Columbus, Anderson's numbers and overall skill, when healthy, to me indicate this is a player who is well on his way to being a dominating physical force in the league with true 30-goal potential, true 60-point potential, and can put up a ton of hits. I can see now why he compares to Tom Wilson. When you do a deep dive on Anderson's stats, he only gets better and better. Since 16-17, he's got better in point production. He's put up more hits. He's averaged more hits per game. And then you jump into 17-18, the same thing. He puts up more goals, more points, more hits, well, at least more hits per game because he played less games that season. And then in 18-19, he just explodes with over 200 hits, over 40 points, shows that he has 30 goal potential. And this year, he did have a down year. He was injured. He had shoulder surgery. He only played 26 games. And through those 26 games, from what I heard from Columbus fans, because I didn't watch a lot of his Columbus games, is you could see this guy was struggling. You could see this guy was playing through injury. Like Scotian Canadian said in his video, he was clearly snake bitten. He only had one goal. His shooting percentage was terrible. But when you look at his numbers, you look at his overall game, you look at the eye test, you watch him on the ice play, this guy is a dominating physical force. He's 6'3", 222 pounds, has fat guys like Sedane Ochara, has a giant block for a head on him, is absolutely built like a Greek god. So this guy could be a great winger for the Montreal Canadiens, is a great addition to the top six. Is he worth Max Domi? At the time, I didn't think it, but right now, only time will tell. And to be honest, if he's healthy and he brings what he did in 18-19, it really isn't that bad of a deal at all. It could really work out for the Habs. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments of this player. Are you happy with the trade? Does this make you feel a little bit better about the trade? Have a great day, folks, wherever you're to. Stay safe. This is Scotty2Hockey, S2H, over and out.